Hey there, today, Thursday, March the 2nd. We'll be looking at possible setups for later today or even this evening during the Asian session. The Australian dollar, 1 hour. We've had a pullback into the run up. There's a potential buy right there. Low risk buy, as a matter of fact. If it takes that out, it's going lower. If it does take that out, chances are it's going to about 65.80. But that would be a fairly low risk buy right now on Australian dollar. The pound dollar on the 30 minutes is also a low risk buy. If it takes that out, it's also going lower. But it's not really set up for my liking, even though that is a low risk trade right there. If it takes that out and you're getting in right here, very low risk. If you're right, then it's probably going back up to here. Euro CAD has been selling off. We would have to have for a sell, we need a retracement back up into here for a low risk sell trade. So that could happen tonight possibly, unless it continues selling off today. Then it could be a tomorrow trade. Euro Australian dollar was a short right up in here where it came back up into it. If you did take that short when it went up there with a low risk trade, very low risk, as a matter of fact, that's I don't even think that's 7 or 8 pips, and you picked up about 60, almost 70. Good risk reward. That was on 30-minute on Euro odd. So it's kind of in no man's land right now. That's not, unless you were in it already, that's not something I would want to touch unless it sells off. The CAD yen ran up from yesterday. We had talked about that there was a possible buy set up in there, and that actually worked. It's pulled back up into here, close to here. If you wanted to do a sell, this would be the place to do it. It's right in there. Low risk trade takes that out. Probably going higher on up into there. Probably another good 20, 30, maybe even 40 pips on the CAD yen 1 hour. The odd yen 1 hour has just kind of gone sideways for the last day, whole day. Nothing really there to do. We'll switch to the 4 hours, see what it looks like. Nothing really there to do either. Nothing to tell us one way or another. It's just in no man's land. I wouldn't touch it. There is no chance of a low risk trade in here anywhere. Not yet anyway. Pound odd as those continue to sell off. There's no buy set up there yet. Would wait and see if it makes a lower low before I would do a buy. If it does run back up into here, then you have a chance for a low risk sell on the pound odd 1 hour. Pound CAD's already sold off. It's gone down. If you did get into that yesterday, we did talk about that, that there was a potential sale there, and if you did get into that somewhere up in here, you're in pretty good profit. You know, you want to reduce your risk when it makes a pretty good down move like that, especially on a 4 hour. That doesn't seem like much, but that's well over 100 pips. So the only chance of a sale is if it does come back up into here for a low risk sale. Otherwise, there's not really anything to do right now on the pound CAD. The pound yen 1 hour sold off from February, a couple days ago actually, and it's still been in a sale. That had no retracement on the 1 hour, so you really didn't have a chance. There's not a buy there yet, but the potential if it makes a lower low that there will be a buy in there. And if it did come back up into here, you could take a low risk, but it'd have to be really low risk. I mean, come back up almost into this candle right there for a sell. We'll go to the 4 hours, see what it looks like. Same thing in a sell. Didn't really come back up enough to give us a chance to get in, but it could this evening if it's still going to be in sell mode, which this could come back down to here. If it goes back up to here on the 4 hour, got a low risk sale there. But none of my signals there, we've passed those. Euro New Zealand 1 hour, that was a sale from February 28th, which is back earlier this week. You had a sell on it. It's good sell off there. Good sell off. There's not really anything to do there. If it takes this out, it's going lower. But it could come back up into here. If it does overnight during the Europe session, you got a low risk sell. That's on the 1 hour. Let's look on the 4 hour. Yeah, didn't really had a chance. Maybe right there I had a chance to get in with a low risk trade, and you made some pretty good pips, especially with that down candle. Like I said, these are 4 hour candles. Doesn't look like it's gone far, but it has. About 150 pips, and you'd be locking in profits right now, reducing your risk. That's what you always want to do. You don't want to get too close though, because if you're a swing trader, then you want this to be able to let it run. If it's going to continue to go down, you got to give it some room, but you do want to reduce your risk, and have taken some profits already. That's the new Euro New Zealand. Let's see what else we got. Pound New Zealand looks the same way. It is in a buy, low risk buy to come in. That's a pretty good buy setup right there. If it takes that candle out, not that one, but if it takes that candle out, then it's going to take that one out, because they're pretty close together. And with that, you could see a run up back up into somewhere in here. So that's a good move right there. Low, very low risk trade. Of course, that was the sell right there. You had opportunity to get in on the sell when I came up to there, and whew, boy, fell off the map right there. Let's see what the 4 hour looks like on that too. Yep, you had a little two opportunities there. One right there. If you didn't get in it, then you had the next one, low risk trade, drop off the map, and now you're in the trade. You're protecting profit if you're in the sale right now. If you're looking for the buy, of course you got the low risk buy. If it takes that candle out right there, it's going lower. So you got a low risk trade there, and you had a low risk trade on the sell as well. 1 hour showed basically the same thing as the 4 hour did. New Zealand yen, up there you go again. 1 hour, there was your sell opportunity to get in right there. Hadn't really gone too far. These are 1 hour candles, so it's probably about 40 pips, but still low risk trade. You're in the sale, protect profit right now. If you wanted, you could take some off if that's how you trade. If it doesn't make you nervous, we'll look at the 4 hour. And there was the sell opportunity. Actually, you had two chances in there, a couple of chances actually, and you'd still be in it. Takes that out. Yeah, it's going higher. But if it's coming down, this is where we're coming, is back into here. So it's a pretty good sell opportunity. And last is Euro Yen. That was a sell-off. Haven't really had a retracement to get in. It's just kind of dropped off. Now that's on the 30 minute. Again, if you was in this sell, it's been a pretty good move. So protect profit, reduce your risk. Like I said, not too tight though, because then you could get stopped, because it can easily come back up to here a little bit above that just to get the stops and then continue down. So you want to give it a little bit more room. We'll switch it to 1 hour. I don't go any lower than 30 minute. I don't use anything less than a 30-minute chart. You had a little bit of an opportunity to get in right there. I would have liked for it to go on up just a little bit more to get in for the sale. See what the 4 hour looks like. Yeah, you had the opportunity right there on the 4 hour to get in. Low risk trade. And it's just kind of starting now. So there's your, if it takes that out, it's going higher. So if you wanted to get in the sale, there's your stop right there. And it should come back down to about right somewhere in here if it's coming down. We got to watch that tonight, because that looks like a good setup. Well, that's it for today. I'll be back Friday. I don't trade on Fridays. Found that just over the period of 24 years of trading, Mondays and Fridays are my two biggest losing days. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are the best 3 days. There's times on Mondays where I can get in, like Monday after lunch, after an initial move has been made in the morning time on Mondays. Then I start looking after lunchtime for a possible move. And then Fridays I don't do anything. It's because it's just market makers manipulate too much on Fridays. Just basically stop running. So that's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed the videos, and if you like this, please, subscribe and like the channel. But I'm not about that, like a lot of these others are, trying to get as many subscribers so they can get paid by YouTube. I get paid by trading. So I just want to know if you like it. If you like it, you like it. Please click on it. Subscribe if you like it that much, and continue to keep coming back. I sure appreciate it. We'll see y'all tomorrow with other trade setups, but it would be for the weekend coming up. Y'all have a good weekend.